Domain 2, Lesson 2, the Indus River Valley, Part 2. Today we are going to travel back in time to meet a child living in Mohenjo-Daro 2,500 years ago. The child's father is a grain trader. Wheat from the surrounding fields is stored in a common granary near the citadel, the safe place in the center of the city. The father's job is to collect the grain and take it through the city gates to the bustling port by the river. There he will trade it for gold, copper, jade, and turquoise from distant lands. Meet Sanjay, the boy in this picture who is waiting expectantly for his father in the courtyard of his family's home. It is a special day. Sanjay has waited 9 years for his father's invitation to join him today. Sanjay can hear the bull cart rattling down the side passage now. Then he sees him, the man in the turban. That's Sanjay's father. The turban he wears is a headdress made of cloth and worn by men in this region. Hop in, son. Let's go. Sanjay nestles into the back of the wooden cart, bracing himself against the sides, as his father guides the bull out into the main street. He has bathed and put on fresh cotton clothes, for father has promised that after the morning's work he will be allowed to join the priests in a special ceremony, giving thanks to the mighty Indus River for all that she provides. As the cart jostles Sanjay about with each turn in the road, his thoughts travel back to last spring when steady rains flooded the rivers, forcefully breaking through the city walls and toppling buildings in its wake. Sanjay remembers it as if it were yesterday, the awful smell of wet mud that filled his home as he and his sister waded knee-deep in muck, waiting for the muddy waters to recede. Sanjay knows from experience that the river has the power to destroy things in its path, and yet he knows, too, that the river is the source of life in the valley. Without it, there would be no crops for food, no cotton for clothing, and no means of easily transporting goods over long distances. Sanjay's thoughts are interrupted by the sudden jolt of the cart as it takes its place behind other traders, lined up in front of the village granary. Enormous terracotta pots filled with grain are hoisted into the cart and set down beside him. Sanjay wonders how the wooden wheels beneath him can carry so much weight. Turning to face forward in the cart, Sanjay sits on his knees, straining to see over the approaching city gates to the sailing ships beyond. As the cart sways to and fro from the weight of the pots, Sanjay's father struggles to edge his way through the throng of bull carts, all heading toward the loud and lively sounds of the harbor. Once there, father exchanges his grains for copper from Mesopotamia, hoping to sell it to the jewelry maker for a good price. The sun is directly overhead now, midday. As father steers the bulls away from the bustling port and comes to a standstill beneath the shade of the willow tree, Sanjay's heart skips a beat. Stepping down and leaning into father's side, Sanjay walks with him toward a grove of banyan trees. Gathered among cows and men, Sanjay's eye is drawn to the holy man, seated on the bare ground in a cross-legged position, head bent in silence. Bowing his head, Sanjay listens to the words that have comforted his people for many years. O great river, mother of the people, provider of life, we thank you. It is now 6 moon cycles since your banks last flooded. We pray that we may please you and be spared from future harm. Your waters give us life. To you we owe our lives. Accept our blessings, great river. A squeeze from father's hand lets Sanjay know that he is proud to bring his son to this sacred spot for the first time. Sanjay answers his squeeze with one of his own, whispering his thanks for this day.